Delays, failures. Let's talk about it. There was a time when delays and failures completely took over my life and the way I was thinking. Felt like every time I took one step forward, life just pushed me two steps back. So let me share with you what and how it happened. I competed in four national pageants in Fiji, hoping one day my name would finally be called. But it never was. And it felt like delays and failures were just following me around, even internationally. When I moved to New Zealand with the dream of becoming a registered nurse, only to find out I didn't have enough clinical hours to qualify. One disappointment after another. I felt lost in that moment. I didn't know where to go, what to do. My life just felt stuck. After every pageant, I remember feeling so embarrassed, so disappointed. I kept thinking, what are gonna people think about me? Everyone expected me to win. I have let down so many people. And it wasn't just one loss. This happened to me four times. I became so focused on chasing a title that I completely overlooked what those experiences were actually giving me. Even though that time and place, it felt like my world has completely shattered. Looking back now, I realized those four pageants were never really a loss. Every time I stepped onto that stage, I became a little more confident. I learned how to stand in front of thousands of people. I learned how to carry myself with confidence even when I was nervous. And most importantly, this is gonna sound very cliche to you, but this is the truth. I didn't need a crown or a title to know my worth. But yeah, obviously, losing those four pageants made me feel like absolute shit. And the same thing happened again with nursing. When I couldn't register here as a nurse, it felt like another door has closed. Finding out that I don't have enough clinical hours. It was delays after delays, failure after failure. And that point in time, I was going through hell. I was questioning God, my abilities, my education. I felt so dumb, constant feeling of dumbness. And I was always comparing myself to the people whom I knew who were my classmates, who had already gotten their registration done, who had bought a house. And there was this moment that I'm never gonna forget. Samara was only a few months old and I had just put her down for a nap and I was just sitting there scrolling on my phone and I opened Facebook and I saw someone I knew had just bought a beautiful home and I was so happy for them, but deep inside I felt this overwhelming sadness. And I started crying. I just couldn't hold back my tears. I felt like a failure in life. And just like many of us, I have compared my life to people around me. We look at someone else's achievements, their timeline, their success, and we start questioning our own journey. To tell you the fact, I realized this much later on in my journey that comparison is such a poison. That's the biggest mistake we make because it just steals our joy. Because when we are comparing our behind the scenes to someone else's highlight. And it's human nature to compare, and we all have done it at some point in our life. When we come face to face with disappointments, discouragement, failure, or delays, we try to run away from it as fast as possible. And that is our biggest mistake. And that time, we just need to sit with those feelings, acknowledge those feelings. And I think we all need to know it's okay to cry, it's okay to feel lonely, it's okay to feel discouraged at that point in time. Okay, let's take a moment and think about this, right? Failures and delays are like rocks thrown at you just to pull you down. You can either let them drag you into the deep end or use those same rocks as a solid foundation beneath your feet to rebuild your dreams. Don't let those setbacks define you. Let every delay, failure, disappointment become another stepping stone. I'm not some guru who has her life completely figured out. I have seen my share of delays and failure, and the truth is, I still face them today. The one thing that has changed is I no longer look at my failure, my delays, my disappointment as a setback. I feel it's all a setup to something greater in life. And there were so many moments where I could have just given up. After that pageant, not being able to register as a nurse. The one thing kept me going is obviously my faith in God. Secondly is I kept believing in myself. I told myself, this is not for me. This failure, this delay is not for me. I'm meant to do something greater in life. I'm not gonna settle for less. And thank God that I didn't give up on myself. I didn't give up on my dreams. And today, by God's grace, I'm studying a master's in nursing at the University of Otago. And trust me guys, I'm not boasting about anything. I'm just here to remind you that what feels like the end of your world right now, it might be just what you needed to kickstart your life again. To be a little gentle and a little kinder on yourself, as this world can be a very cruel place to live in. And if you're not kind to yourself, you'll never see the goodness and the potential that already exists within you. And if you don't believe in yourself, who will? And darlings, you can't spend your life waiting for someone just to come along and say, wow, you're really good at this. You have to tell yourself that, believe in your abilities, back yourself up. And that dream in your heart right now, the one that you constantly think about, you fall asleep thinking about that dream and you wake up looking forward to doing that thing. I'm telling you now, God has purposefully planted that dream in your heart and He believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself. The next time you meet with those failures and those delays in life, just know that God is with you in that room. You are never alone. Each step that you're currently taking towards your dream, He has already taken that step for you so that you can fearlessly walk towards that dream. And when you feel you don't have the skills, the knowledge, leave all that to God. And when I say this, trust me, I say this with full confidence. He is gonna provide you with that finance. He's gonna open doors that no man can close. He's gonna give you that skill. He's gonna give you that knowledge. If you're in a season of delays and failures, because that's the time you hold on to yourself, because God has prepared something really special for you. Alright, you guys, I have said enough in this video, I feel. I have shared all the moments that I was afraid to talk about in life because I had the fear that people are gonna judge me, but not anymore. I hope if one of you gets inspired or motivated through my videos, that's gonna be a big thing for me. So please do comment below on how you felt about this video and I would love to hear more from you. Please do like, share, subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys next time.